on tight as we bring you another exciting round of Lucas Oil on the Edge. And all the action to you comes this week from Tennessee. We're in Jellicoe for the General Tire XTreme Off-Road Rock Race. And this isn't your typical rock crawling event where they're slow and precise. No, these guys stand on the throttle. It's 4 laps and the quickest one wins.
Side by side, almost like drag racing, kid. They'll leave the starting line, make an immediate left, and right straight up the face of that mountain. Now, in this situation, not first to the finish line, these races are decided by cumulative times overall. It's going to be fun, I guarantee it.
Stout and Olson ready to bring you all the action, and our first pair sitting at the starting line. Let's get them going.
In the past here at Jellicoe, there was a center banner essentially creating 2 lanes at the course. Well, as you can see, there's no center banner anymore, meaning these guys are going to get aggressive going up over the rock. And the first guy to the top, well, he's most likely going to be the guy that wins the race today.
All right, let's get things started here. It really is a wild form of rock crawling, to say the least. We take you for a ride, courtesy of General Tire.
As we mentioned earlier, they go up in pairs. However, it's not drag strip style racing. It's timed event where they leave the starting line as a pair and they'll meet up right there at the V where we saw David just moments ago.
It is amazing what these vehicles will go up and over.
That is a great shot there, man. Can you imagine that thing at about what? Straight up 90-degree angle almost, man. Oh, look at it going downhill.
Yeah, and they just stand on the throttle over those huge boulders and rocks. Of course, you can see the suspension landing nicely there, carrying good speed. Shannon Campbell trying to keep up with Barton.
And Shannon, one of the big dogs in the category, tries to play catch up here. Again, it is a timed event. And we'll make 4 opportunities at it and add them all together. Barton comes out the better of the 2, 1 minute 57.09 seconds overall. It's a 2-minute run alongside there for the opponent, Shannon Campbell.
Richie Keller and Jason O'Leaf. And boy, I'll tell you, you can hear some of these power plants just absolutely scream as they're making upwards of 500-600 horsepower. A little different approach here. You can see not near the horsepower in these particular vehicles.
Yeah, you seem a little bit soft there, certainly early on, but it all depends how aggressive you are to the approach. As you look at that 157 time to beat and the Napa-sponsored machine, which has trouble right off the bat there.
And it was almost like it didn't have enough steam to get up over the tough part of that course.
No nitrous oxide permitted, no methanol. These are gasoline-powered engines. Kind of a run what you brung. You can run fuel injection, but it's got to come from a throttle body or through an intake port.
And there you go, first one across the stripe, and you can see a big difference in time here for Richie Keller, 2:27.72, but well short of the mark he needs to take over the lead. Levi Shirley and Tony Wrightmore.
Now there's some steam right there. And for that driver that can make it up that hill first, oh, they both choose to take the same course.
Boy, difficult. Boy, look at that thing just carrying the inside front tire. That one definitely made for rock racing.
Specifically for that, oh man. I was getting ready to say specifically, it was even had the cage on one side, so as to have the gravity right was turned to course.
Check it out. Talk about side bite.
Man, oh man.
You know, the tough part of that is when you're running an engine like that, there's a really good chance that it does not have any oil getting to the oil pump, so you could really hurt something badly there. But these guys do get at some extreme angles from time to time, so they are kind of set up for it as best they possibly can.
Brian Shirley comes up next. He and Levi Shirley, a father and son team combination to run this category.
Again, a little lower horsepower vehicles here as they go up a very tough section of the course.
The toughest when it comes to almost going vertical there. It's some pretty stiff rocks. Oh, then you get up to the top of that thing, you're going to say, who's going to go first?
Brian Shirley actually took the position away.
Great onboard shot. You can almost feel it from where you sit, man.
Tree right there. I mean, the course is very narrow. Any one of those rocks will kick you off the wrong direction. Your day could be over, but a better elapsed time there for Brian Shirley. Good job. More to go when we come back.
Your General Tire scoreboard shows you Chris Barton on top of them all at 157. Shannon Campbell is in second. then DeRemo and Shirley third and fourth.
And you can see some pretty big gaps in those times, so there's some room there. Shannon Campbell and Chris Martin going at it. Right off the bat in big trouble, up and over. Barton in trouble. Let's have another look at it.
Man, he leads the starting line. Everything looks good. Wants that right lane of the racetrack to go up the hill, and boom, baby, over that thing goes. Let's go right in car. Watch the driver. Spins that wheel around. Look how tight he stays in that car. Safety stuff does its job.
All right, here's a couple of comparisons for the Rock Racing versus off-road. You take a look at the vehicles on the right-hand side. They can weigh upwards of 7,000 pounds. The Rock Racers, needless to say, much lighter. Of course, you also have to deal with the conditions, but it's wide open in the desert versus a very tight lane when you're racing over here in the Rock Quarry.
Levi Shirley, again, one of the heavy hitters with one of the little more underpowered machines. 1,800 is the minimum on weight for these machines here. Like Ken mentioned, much lighter than those in the off-road series. And again, the time to beat now is 1.56.
Well, and of course, these machines here are also designed to go over this very, very tough terrain that the desert racers typically won't have to go over. It's tough out there, but not like this where you go vertical up a wall.
2.07 overall here in round number 2 as Tim Cantrell and Jason Bewley coming up next.
And again, another look at these, and keep in mind they'll make 4 different attempts on this course, and every time they add that total up. So it's a cumulative amount of time at the end of the day. Whoever is the lowest gets the win.
So the idea here, of course, is if you can make consistent runs, don't have any of those non-finish runs. You have a non-finish run, you're pretty well done because automatically you're going to be given 6 seconds for that run. Cantrell, the better of the two here at 2:20. Jason at 2.30.
All right, next up, Rick DeRemo and Buddy Doherty. Both guys off to a great start, staying on the throttle. Had to check up just a little bit as they fight for that lane that they want.
That's the key to the whole deal. Oh, big wheels up.
Oh, and it's going to cost him.
Oh, man.
And you still need to be very precise. I mean, the lane is not very wide, so if you find yourself on a very sharp edge or a part of that rock that could kick you up like that, it could cost you the run.
Once again, Campbell with that run and the time to beat actually made the run against Barton when Barton turned upside down just off the starting line.
So DeRemo with a much better effort here in that particular round than Buddy Doherty.